Welcome everybody. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this crazy hat, I am planning to do at the end of the month a Halloween challenge. I wanted to get involved with all the challenges that everybody does, and I wanted to create my own. So I decided to create a Halloween challenge where I mention things that that really appeals to me about Halloween. So without further ado, I'll get started. I'll tell you the challenges. It's going to be 5 challenges, and the first challenge is, I'm going to take this hat off actually. Excuse my hat hair. So you can see my face and everything. The first challenge is to read a book with a storm in it. It could be on the title, or it could have an actual like thunderstorm take place, or like a hurricane, or some sort of weather phenomenon. Because whenever I see Halloween movies, it usually has some sort of thunderstorm. So, yeah, you could pretty much do anything with this one. So I'm gonna give you the book that I'm going to read for this is, I'm gonna choose The Perfect Storm. It takes place actually, oddly enough, in October during Halloween, and also it's got a storm in the title, and it deals with a storm actually as like the main plot device of this story. So this is a perfect one for that. So I'm going to enjoy reading this in October in honor of the perfect storm that happened in 1991. Then the next book we're going to choose is a cookbook. I've been wanting to incorporate cookbooks into BookTube for a while now. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my unofficial Harry Potter cookbook. And whenever I think of Harry Potter, I think of Halloween, because they're witches and wizards. So I'm going to read this whole cookbook, and I'm going to pick a few recipes that I really enjoy, and I'm going to cook them, and I'm going to take photos of them and post them on social media. If you want to do this one, I think it would be really fun, and yeah, I plan to do this very shortly. I've been wanting to read this cookbook for a while, so yeah. The next challenge we got is read a book centered around Halloween or has Halloween in the plot. So for example, you could pick Harry Potter. He mentions Halloween all the time. It's like a big holiday for witches and wizards and such. But what I'm going to go with is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. Except all I'm going to do is read Hocus Pocus, because I've already read the new sequel back when the BookTube-a-thon was going on. So I'm going to read Hocus Pocus, and then I'm going to watch the movie adaptation of it, just so I can, compare and contrast it. If a book that you're reading that has the book that deals with Halloween has a movie adaptation, why not watch it? Get into the spirit of Halloween. So I'll be reading this. Then another challenge is, I always think of spooky monsters when it's Halloween. So the next challenge I have is pick a book that deals with Halloween monster. It could be a witch, it could be werewolf, it could be vampire, it could be zombie. It could be anything that you think of. So what I'm going to go with, I love the witch. I love witches and wizards. It's like one of my favorite things. I used to dress as a witch like every year for 5 years. So I'm going to go with Wicked. I'm going to read Wicked because I like the musical a lot. And I want to see, I haven't read this book. It's been on my shelf for many, many years. So I'm going to read Wicked. And then the last challenge is the trick or treat challenge. And just pick a book off your shelf. Pick 2 books off your shelf randomly. And if you don't know any, try to go into them blindly and try to predict if it's going to be a trick ending or a treat ending. Meaning, trick ending meaning, it didn't end the way you wanted it to, or it had a devastating ending, or a treat ending meaning it ended nicely. Like a romance story usually has like a treat ending or something like that. So I know nothing about this book. I just know that it deals with the high school list and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with the list. Hold on, sorry. And like I said, I'm going into it blindly. And I predict it's going to have a treat ending. But I don't really know. I can't really tell if it is or isn't going to, because I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll just have to wait and see, and I will make sure to keep you updated and try to vlog and all that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you do this challenge, and if you do, and if you cook anything or bake anything in your Halloween themed cookbooks, just I'll link down in the Dropbox below the hashtag to use for Instagram. And also, one other thing. If you don't have any cookbooks in your library, don't freak out. You don't have to go out and buy a cookbook. What you could do instead is look up, I'll set a gauge, 5 recipes. Look up 5 recipes on Pinterest or online, and just look for Halloween themed recipes, read them through, and then pick a recipe that's your favorite and cook or bake something, okay? I hope to see everybody's creations, and I have a feeling this October is going to be a fun October, and have a good one. Bye!